Hey guys, I'm back. Sorry this is late, but I decided to put this up now because you know what they say? Better late than never. So let's talk about Doctor Strange. So Doctor Strange is the newest installment in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I believe we're 14 movies in now. It's pretty crazy we're in this franchise this far now. In this movie, we have Benedict Cumberbatch playing Doctor Strange, and basically what happens to him is he was a doctor, he was great at his job, and then one day he gets into a car accident, and now his hands are crushed. He can't use his hands very well at all, and they try to fix him, but his hands are kind of still like shaking a little bit. So he hears about this one guy who is paralyzed, and apparently he was someone saw him walking down the street one day, and then he decides to go over to that place because he has like no money right now, and that's the only place where he has hope to get his hands fixed. And now, apparently they use magic. And he's thinking maybe magic can fix his hands. And there's also a plot of someone else to destroy this world, and that's this movie. But is it good? Yes, it is good. But how good? Well, let's start with what I liked about the movie. First off, one of the things I can notably say is like, they really do make magic look really cool in this movie. Like, the CGI for the most part is great. It's believable. You see all of this stuff happening in like, you don't even know it's CGI because it looks so real that you can get immersed into it. I don't know about 3D, if that's going to help, because I didn't see it in 3D. I decided to do 2D. And then maybe one day I'll see the 3D version. But for now, we're doing 2D. Yeah, because that's what I saw it in. And now that I got magic out of the way, let's talk about the characters. First off, I was surprised about our main character, Dr. Stephen Strange. He was great in this movie. Same with Cumberbatch's performance, though I already touched on that. But this character was a lot more believable and investing than I thought he would be. He was a character you could understand and get behind, and it's kind of like Batman Begins for the first half of the movie. Yeah, but it's not a ripoff. It's pretty. I mean, that's not what I meant. It's Batman. The first half is like basically it's Batman Begins, but with magic, is what the first half is like. And then he meets other characters that are also good in the movie, and really good supporting characters. That's also something I need to capitalize on. Supporting characters, they're really good, and you feel like they're actual characters, and I mean, you feel like they're helping this guy who has nothing into someone who is great at what they do. And that was also something I really enjoyed seeing, watching this character, not just this character, but also these characters to understand and what's going on with this. I mean, that's not what I meant to say. What I meant to say is this. Actually, that these characters, like as our main protagonist is building up to where they are, they feel like you feel like this character is on their level. And what I mean by that is he has a depth, but he feels like he's on their level, and therefore it makes the character feel more powerful and smarter, like they are. That's what I meant to say. And as for negatives that I have for the movie, the villain of the movie is kind of wasted again. The performance, it was played by I can't remember his name. But Caecilius, I think the villain's name is, he was portrayed. His character was given a really good performance. It's just that his character was wasted. He felt like a generic MCU villain, and I was disappointed by that because I think this movie deserved a better character, or at least someone that wasn't just a generic "I want to take over everything and destroy everything" and blah 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 blah. One of those kind of characters. Like, I've seen this all before. Let's just see something new or a little more in depth. But they never really do that, so I was a little disappointed. Also, there was one shot in particular that kind of took me out of the movie. Yeah, that it was fully CG, and it looked like it was unfinished. I know it's nitpicking, but if it's a negative, then it's a negative that needs to be addressed for the movie. Yeah, so since it took me out of the movie, yeah, that's another problem I have. And what else was there? Oh yeah, there were at least two jokes that Dr. Stephen Strange made while in his training thing. His Batman Begins with Magic training area. There were about two jokes he made that went a little too far. I'm not blaming Cumberbatch for this. I'm blaming the script, because it got to the point where it was feeling awkward. And I was just thinking, just stop now. You're not funny. You're just making the moment. You're just ruining what's supposed to be funny, and you're kind of, well, it feels like it was making the movie drag a little bit. So, even though these movies are known for humor, or well, at least Phase 2 and 3, that felt a little dragged out, and it took me out. But overall, that's all I have for flaws. And it had a great protagonist, surprisingly. That was really surprising, and also really good supporting characters. And while I did think the villain should have been better for a movie this good, I still think it is worth your time. And while I have very few flaws with the movie, it's still not enough to destroy the film as a whole. So that's why I'm giving Doctor Strange an A-. So have you seen Doctor Strange? Tell me what you thought about it. And also, don't forget to subscribe. And I know in my last video I said that I would review Hacksaw Ridge. That is coming, but maybe later, because I'm dealing with some personal issues right now. So I can't really give that to you guys until further notice, but that is coming. Don't worry, I will review that movie maybe next week, because at the latest possibly, but I will get it, don't worry. And I also really want to see Arrival that's coming out next week, and I will bring that to you as soon as possible. And also another movie I want to see next week, not next week, this upcoming week, or Friday, is The Monster. That's a movie that has a limited release, so if I can't get that to you, I'm sorry. But tell me what you thought of Doctor Strange specifically, not anything else, because I know that comments can ruin things. So if you guys liked it, tell me what you thought of it, and don't forget to subscribe. And until then, I'll see you next time.